Video contact.
Police Chief Superintendent Aser Dolina, the Acting Regional Director, PRO8, Major General Jet Villarmino, Commanding General of 8th ID, Philippine Army, Provincial Director Pilovillo, Colonel Pilovillo, the RSOTG Chief, Colonel Tunok, Director Pedro Duval, Regional Director DILG, represented by our City Director, Gino Llarinas, Attorney Nick Mendros, the Regional Election Director, Comelec 8, represented by our City Election Officer, Attorney Fidel Macna, of course, our beloved Bishop of Diocese of Calbayog, Most Reverend Isabelo C. Abarquez, DD, the 801st Brigade Commander, Colonel Mando, Municipal Mayors, Vice Mayor Diego Rivera, Municipal Vice Mayors, City Councilors, Barangay officials present, the Tri-Media, and the people of Calbayog, mo pa'y kulop sa atong natanan. Covenant has biblical undertones, being the term used for agreement between God and His people, where God made a promise and demanded from His people a certain conduct. It must be for this reason that the promise for peace is called covenant, because peace is sacred. I can only hope that we all appreciate the solemnity of this agreement, not only because we are asked to, but because we truly abhor violence and respect human life. The great civil rights leader, Dr. Martin Luther King, once said, and I quote, "Peace is not merely a distant goal that we seek, but a means by which we arrive at the goal," end unquote. His fellow civil rights activist, Bayard Rustin, further shared the sentiments by saying, "If we desire a society of peace, then we cannot achieve such society through violence. If we desire a society that is democratic, then democracy must become a means as well as an end." Because we live in a civilized society, we profess to be a democratic country, we must then adhere to the ideals of peaceful democratic processes. Election should be a formal and peaceful democratic process. Let us make it that way. Election should not be won through killings, intimidations, coercions, or other forms of violence. Any victory will be empty. What's use in governing a local government unit when you don't have the mandate of the people? And history shows that those who usurp power, govern with violence, will only bring misery and poverty to her people. That is because good governance will always be sacrificed for the continuing struggle to gain legitimacy. But this is not the time to lose hope. As incumbent leaders, we have the power to stop violence and promote peace in our respective communities. What we need are moral leaders to lead our respective communities, and moral and ethical recovery for every one of us. We must learn to regain our civil and capacity for mutuality. Personally, I am deeply saddened by the recent display of impunity for violence in one of our barangays. I look back in our history and found out that we never had people inclined to use violence. Ours is a community of peace-loving people. I think these recent incidents are offshoots of the complexities in our political culture that we have unwittingly developed. We are all fear. While we all fear the violence may escalate in the forthcoming elections, as I have said, there is still hope that we can carry out this democratic exercise peacefully. I think this covenant is a good step towards peace. Let us make this covenant not only to ourselves, to each other, to other people, but also to God. Thank you, God bless, and mabuhay po mga tanan.